Hello, this is Chef John from foodwishes.com with a beautiful smoked pork shank. It's like a ham with white beans and some gremolata on top, which I did in another demo. This is so delicious, and there it is. It's near the hams in the supermarket. You can find it. Right between the hams and the ham hocks, you have pork shank. It's about 1.5 pounds. All right, here I have 1 pound, well actually not really, 500 grams, which is about 18 ounces, of white cannellini beans. You can use any white bean you want. You can use any bean you want, for that matter. Soak them overnight, and then drain them. I'm going to dice up an onion. And by the way, in case you're wondering, there will be no "shank you very much" jokes, no "shanks for nothing," and certainly no pork shank redemption jokes. So just to give you a heads up. All right, so I'm going to take a knob of butter. That's for my English fans. A knob of butter, and I'm going to saute those onions until translucent, about 5 minutes, on medium heat. I'm going to add a couple cloves of chopped garlic. Give that a minute. Throw in my smoked pork shank. Such a beautiful thing. It makes such a rich broth, and you get the delicious meat to eat with the beans afterwards. All right, I'm going to throw in a couple bay leaves, a couple cups of chicken stock, and about a quart of water. So I get about 6 cups of liquid altogether, approximately. Okay, so we're going to bring that up to a simmer, turn the heat down to low, cover it, and simmer it for 45 minutes. That's going to give us a little head start, make a nice rich broth, and then we're going to put more stuff in. So uncover it. I'm going to put in some fresh oregano and some fresh rosemary, a little bit of red pepper flake, to kick it up a notch. All right, I'm going to turn over my pork shank that's been braising sort of on the other side. Beautiful. All right, we're going to add our beans, swirl it around. I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to simmer this on low for 1 hour. Now, your beans, it depends. It's going to take anywhere from 1.5 hours, could be 2 hours, could be less if you're using smaller beans. All right, after an hour, I checked it out, took the lid off. They're not really cooked yet at this point. So I'm going to cook it the rest of the way with the lid off. I simmered that for about another half hour until the beans were tender. Now, at this point, if your beans are getting dry, you got to add some more stock. All right, so it's been an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever, but you've decided your beans are creamy, tender, and delicious. You're going to turn off the heat, and then, hopefully, you're going to chill this overnight. Because what that allows you to do is skim all the fat off the top, and basically, you turn this into spa food. All right, I'm going to skim off all the fat. I'm going to pull out that chunk of pork, and I'm going to cut off the meat, which comes right off the bone. Now, a lot of people like to do this when it's hot, but I find it shreds. I like a kind of a nice sliced pork shank. So I'm just going to whittle off hunks of meat, right? Remove any obvious chunks of fat or tendon or whatever, but most of it's edible. All right, so my meat is sliced. My beans were put back on the stove. All right, you can add more liquid, like I said, or you can reduce it a little bit if you want it a little thicker. I'm going to add some fresh tomato. I'm going to put my smoked pork shank back in, some of that gremolata. If you're wondering what I keep calling gremolata, check the site. I already did a video on that. It's a parsley garlic lemon mixture. And this is, of course, the time you're going to taste for seasoning. Probably has enough salt from the ham, but you never know. If you want to add some pepper, whatever, up to you. But always taste and adjust. And that's it. As soon as that's heated through, you're ready to serve. All right, so I scoop that into a bowl, a little more of that fresh gremolata on top. Magnificent. Is it a soup? Is it a stew? Is it a ragu? I don't know. So easy and delicious and satisfying and comforting and homey and very rustic. Anyway, I hope you give that a try. All the ingredients are on the site. And as always, enjoy.